On a small island, tucked far away from the bustling world, there lived a young piglet named Pip. While most pigs were content with the soft earth beneath their hooves and the bright sky above, Pip dreamed of the clouds. He dreamed of soaring high, far above the trees, beyond the hills, and across the oceans. He imagined what it would be like to visit the mysterious island he'd heard about in the stories, the one where the sun shone differently and the wind whispered secrets. One day, Pip decided that if no one would take him to that island, he would simply go there himself. So, with a determined heart, he set out to build something no pig had ever made before: a plane. It was no small task. He spent weeks gathering scraps, pieces of old wood, rusty nails, and bits of cloth that had once been sails. His tiny hooves weren't made for such intricate work, but Pip didn't mind the challenge. With every twist of a wrench and every tap of a hammer, the dream began to take shape. The other animals on the island watched Pip with curious eyes. "You can't fly," they said. "You're a pig." But Pip, with a hopeful glint in his eyes, only smiled. "We'll see," he whispered to himself. Finally, after many days of work and many nights under the stars, Pip's plane was ready. It wasn't perfect. The wings wobbled a bit, and the propeller seemed a little too slow, but Pip didn't care. He climbed into the cockpit, strapped himself in, and took a deep breath. The engine roared to life, sputtering at first, then gradually gaining strength. Pip's heart raced with excitement as the plane slowly lifted off the ground. The animals below cheered, amazed by the sight of the little pig flying into the sky. But just as Pip began to feel the freedom of the open air, a strong gust of wind came rushing from the horizon. Pip gripped the controls tightly. The plane wobbled and tilted dangerously, threatening to spin out of control. The wind was pushing him away from his island, farther from the safety he had always known. For a moment, Pip's heart sank. What if he couldn't make it? What if this was a mistake? But then, something unexpected happened. The wind began to change, softening, guiding him rather than pushing him. With a renewed sense of hope, Pip adjusted the plane's course and pressed on. It was in believing that you could achieve something others said was impossible. And so, Pip became a legend on both islands. He taught everyone, big and small, that the sky was not the limit, but just the beginning of a new adventure. From that day forward, Pip never stopped dreaming. He knew that as long as he had the courage to soar, there would always be new horizons to explore. And who knew, maybe one day, he'd build an even bigger plane to explore even farther, across new worlds where dreams could come true.